Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Floss Tube. Welcome to episode number 7 of Stitching with the Sarahs. We are excited to be back here with you. It is Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving. And I know this this is a busy week for a lot of people. A lot of people cooking and family time, and it's just a good time. I love this holiday so much. I love the
Me
fall.
too.
Yeah, so cozy. And even though it's a lot of work for moms, it's still such a good, fun time. And then we're going to be full on into Christmas. So, crazy
Yes.
time for moms, especially. So, if it's your first time here with us, let me explain what these videos are. So my name is Sarah and my friend's name is Sarah too. We each have our own YouTube channels and mine is called Handmade by Sarah W. I'm also on Instagram by the same name. And then Sarah has a channel called Sarah's Stitchery and she's on Instagram as Stitchy Sarah Reads. So we hope that you will connect with us in all of those places because we mostly do videos on our own showing our cross stitch projects. And then about once a month-ish, we get together because we do stitch a lot of the same things. And we also stitch things that aren't the same, but we just thought it would be fun to get together, chat with each other, connect with you all, and show what we stitch on that is the same. So that's everything that we show here. And the fun thing about us is that I am an Ada stitcher and Sarah is a linen stitcher. And so it's really fun to see both, the same project come alive on different fabrics. Sometimes we're on the same color, sometimes we're not. Sometimes we use the same floss, sometimes we don't. So it's just fun to kind of compare and see what we're working on together. And it's just a fun time. We love doing these videos and we love connecting with you all. So if you are returning, thank you for coming back, spending some time with us on this Thanksgiving week. And if you will, give us a like, a subscribe, a comment. We both post these on our individual channels. So wherever it is that you happen to end up watching it, thank you for watching. And we have some things in store for you today. We have a fully finish, we've got some new starts, and a bunch of whips. So let's get started, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. So the first thing that we're going to show is a little Halloween stitch that we both did together. And it is called Holiday Inn by Stacy Nash. And it
Brenda
is,
Gervais.
I'm sorry. We have so many like Stacy Nash things
We
too.
do. Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah. Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. So this is an adorable little Halloween stitch. And you've got the two witchy friends. So let's show ours. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So Sarah's is fully finished and it's adorable on that board. Mine, the stitching is finished, but I didn't fully finish mine yet. So I'll tell the details of mine and then I'll let you tell yours. So
Sounds good.
mine, yeah, okay. So mine is on a 16 count Picture This Plus in the color Fresco. And it was the first time I ever used this color. It was just one that I had in my stash. I think it went great with the design and I
Beautiful.
really like it. Yeah, Picture This Plus is pretty tight. So I measured it and it's measuring like a 17 and a half, so almost 18. So I did use one strand. I usually always do one strand on even 16 count Picture This Plus because it is a tighter Ada. And so Sarah and I decided to make the little witchy friends each other. So I put my initials here and hers there. So cute.
And I did
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah. Yeah, we both I don't know if I said I decided to do that, but we both decided to do that. And
I
let's
think you
see,
said we.
okay, good. Because it was definitely a joint decision.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
and I used some called for, some substitutions on this. I just kind of pulled as I went. So, what about
Yeah.
you?
So mine is stitched on a 40 count Rustic Drab by XJudesign. And I used all the called for colors except for the orange. I don't remember what color I used instead, but I think it's still pretty true to the called for. I think I just didn't have the called for orange in stash, so I just picked a different one from my stash. And that's how mine turned out. The only thing I wish I would have changed would have been like the yellow. You can see the moon is not quite showing up and the yellow of the broom. So, if I had it to do again, I would change those, but I don't think it ruins the piece at all.
Yeah.
I did fully finish it on this board from Chantel's 141. I used uh, oh, what was it called? It's a stain from, I think it's like a water-based stain from Tattered Angels from Hobby Lobby. It was very easy to apply. And I used some Teresa Kogut fabric as my background here and some Lady Dot Rick Rack. And I really like how it turned out. I think it turned out really cute. So
I think so too. I love it.
yay. Okay, let's see. So next we have a new start for you. So Sarah and I will both be doing the Jingle Ball online, the one that's hosted by Lindy Stitches. And we are going to be doing the Stacy Nash gingerbread house. And let me pull out the pattern here really quick. We got the PDF, so it's on my iPad here.
I've got it if you
Oh, I got it too.
okay, good.
There it is. So it's a front and back. So you stitch the front and the back and you turn it into this beautiful sewing book. And so there will be a class at the Jingle Ball where we'll learn how to do that finish. So cute. As Sarah mentioned earlier, we love Stacy Nash. And so this was kind of a no brainer. When we saw this class, we're like, yes.
Yes,
So
please.
are you ready to show?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So we have a start. I'll tell you the details of mine first. I'm stitching mine on a 40 count fiber, no, excuse me, 40 count Fox and Rabbit in the color Up in the Attic. And I'm using all the called for Weeks Dye Works floss. What about yours?
I'm doing mine on a fiber on a whim, and it's called Hazelwood. I got 20 count. It's kind of hard to see my white, I feel like, but you really can see it in real life. I think my light is just really bright.
And if you're
But
new here, Sarah is a color completer. So you can see I jump around with some different colors, but she picks one color, she stitches with it till it's done, and then she moves on to the next.
yes. Although I'm ready to see some color on this.
I bet you are.
I had a dream. Oh my gosh, I just remember this and I didn't tell you. I had a dream that I used the wrong color in the windows. I used like a black and it's supposed to be like a gold, and I stitched all of it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is not how this is supposed to look.
You know you're a stitcher when you have stitching nightmares. I do too.
Yes.
That's so
And
funny.
I dream about it all the time. One of my recurring ones is that I wake up in the middle of the night and I feel like I've been stitching in my bed, which I never do that. I never stitch in bed, but I've been stitching in bed and I dropped my stitching and my needle is lost and my cat's going to find it. Like I wake up and I'm looking around and then I have to tell myself, you don't even stitch in bed. What do you mean?
That's funny.
Oh, I know. I do this all the time.
Yep.
So I'm not using the called for colors. I did like just a quick little DMC conversion, but they're very similar to the called for. So it'll look pretty much the same.
I can't wait to finish that. That's going to be so cute. I love that there's a front and a back to it.
I know, me too. All right. So our next one is another fall piece. And this is Harvest Moon by Annie Beez. And
It's so pretty.
yes, so this was a new start, right, since our last video.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't think we had started this yet. So I am doing mine on a 18 count fiber on a whim milk and honey. And I'm really loving this color for this. And I've got all the called for floss. The only thing I think I might change on it is I might try to figure out a way to make the cats resemble mine, like the coloring. But other than that, I'm ready to show if you are.
I am. Let's do it.
So other than that, I'm doing everything in called for. It's all in gentle art threads.
And
So
I'm
that's
doing mine with a Roxy Flossco conversion. Our friends Lori and Emily just went to Stitch North,
it's
I guess it
north.
was.
Mhm.
And the ladies from Evertote and Roxy Floss were there, and they did a conversion for our friends. And so Lori shared that conversion with me. I did change a couple of the colors, so they are all Roxy Floss, but I changed a couple to make them work for mine. But other than that, it's pretty true to the conversion that Hannah from Evertotes did. So, and I'm stitching mine on a 40 count Cedar River linen in the color Maple Bar. So
It's
I
so
love how we started in totally different places.
me too. It's so fun to see that.
It
Um,
is.
yeah, Lori and I are similar. Like I think she has the whole border and then she has this, I think. I can't remember if she started down here or not. This is a lot of color changing down here though. The other night I was like, I feel like I've been stitching for hours and I didn't get anything done. It's just because I'm like picking one color and going through, but it's spread out. So it
Yeah.
feels like it's taking me a long time. I feel like I got through the grass way quicker than I'm getting
And
through
this is
this
a
box.
pretty big stitch. I mean, I feel, if you look at mine, it doesn't look like I've gotten a whole lot done, but that was quite a bit of stitching.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah. Yeah, we've been working on this quite a bit.
we have.
It's
So,
fun. I love it. When I first started it, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Honestly, I feel like I was a little bit obsessed. I just kept wanting to get back to it and work on it. So I love it. I'm excited to get to the house.
and another big difference between you and I, besides the places we start, I'm always a top left starter,
Mm-hmm.
um, and you're more of a center starter.
Mm-hmm.
But you also are the type to like get the border done and out of the
Mm-hmm.
way.
I, w-
Obviously, I'm not.
I definitely do that. I definitely do that. I love to get the border done. I don't know. It just makes me feel so accomplished.
I just want to get in there and like start stitching the fun stuff, but then the border is always the last thing, and I'm like, ugh. I've been trying to like add a strand here and there so I don't have the whole border to do at the end, but you can see that's not going so well.
Oh
It's a
my gosh.
character flaw.
And no matter how much we might try to like pick up something from the other, we always go back to like what we do,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah,
like
we
there's no
try each
change in.
other's ways,
Yeah,
but
there's no change in us. We're set in
that's
our
okay.
ways.
That's all right.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay. So next is a new start too, isn't it?
It is.
It is. I am so excited to show this one to you guys. Hold on one
Me
second.
too.
So next is actually a stitch along that Sarah and I are hosting. It is the Hands-on Design Winter Folk, and we started on Sunday on the 17th. So we are a little more than a week in at this point, and we both have a really good start on it. So let me grab mine. And if you're joining, make sure you're using the hashtag. The hashtag is HOD Winter Folk Sal. And definitely tag me at Stitchy Sarah Reads, tag Sarah at Handmade by Sarah W, and tag Kathy from Hands on Design. We are all loving seeing all of the progress. We've been making comments on people's photos. We've been sharing their photos, and it has been really fun to see all of the participation.
It really has. It's been so fun, and I have felt like, oh my gosh, am I even catching all of them, because it's been so many posts and everything.
Yes.
So I really appreciate, because I feel like sometimes you see a post and I haven't seen it yet, so I'll like repost your story. That's been really helpful to
Yes.
like use each other's, because sometimes like I'll see that you posted a story and I'm like, wait, I didn't even see that post yet. Because, Instagram doesn't always work for us. Sometimes it
Correct.
works against us. So,
And I've had the
um,
same experience with you. I'll see something on yours. I'm like, oh, I didn't even see that. So
yeah,
that's been nice. So if you tag us both, hopefully between the two of us, we'll catch it, right? But are you ready
exactly.
to show?
Yes,
Let's do it.
very ready.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. And again,
So
we started in different spots.
yeah, we
Love
did.
it.
But I feel like you're moving up and I'm moving down. I feel like we're gonna catch each other soon.
We are. We are going to catch each other.
Yeah, so let me tell the details of mine. I am using the called for linen. I'm using the 32 count Driftwood by Fabrics by Stephanie, and I'm using all of the called for DMC, and I am using the DMC Pearl Cotton for the specialty stitches in here. And I think it's looking great so far.
It really is. Yeah, so the only difference in mine is that I'm just using a different fabric. I'm using a 16 count, so it's still the same size, but it's Picture This Plus Earthen. So mine's a little bit lighter. It's still a neutral, but I think all the colors look really good on it still. And I've done
Mhm.
all the other seasons in this same color too. So that's why I just kind of kept with what I had been doing.
Yeah.
And I love it. And so I'm also using all of the called for DMC. And I love that it's all in DMC. It was so easy to kit up.
Yes.
Yeah,
The colors are so pretty. Look at those
they
colors.
are.
I like the blue in there. And
Mm,
one more thing that I think is important to mention too, and I know we've mentioned it before, but the specialty stitches are easy to do on linen and on Ada. They are Ada friendly, which, sometimes that might be a little hard for specialty stitches, but Kathy has really done a great job of choosing specialty stitches that can be done on both types of fabrics. She does have detailed instructions within the pattern itself, but she also puts out a tutorial video for each of the folks to demonstrate how to do the specialty stitches. So even if you've never done a specialty stitch before, don't let that stop you from joining in with this. I have not had any trouble. I think almost all the specialty stitches that have been in these patterns I've never done before in my life. And with her, guidance, I haven't had any trouble doing the specialty stitches. Has that been your experience?
yes, it really has. And I find them really fun. I don't dread doing them. I don't, I love doing them and I'd love to learn how to do them. I think it's really fun.
And it adds a lot of really fun dimension to the piece, like, so something you're not going to typically see in your other cross stitch. When I look at these pieces, I'm just like really impressed with my work.
Me too. And I will mention that we are both using two strands on this. Normally, we
Yes.
are one strand stitchers, normally, always. Like everything else you see will be one strand, but we are using the two strands and then the one strand. So, like here, this is the pearl cotton. And honestly, Kathy is so good. Like I was watching one of her other videos the other day because I was wanting to do like a finishing idea or like thinking about it and I thought I know Kathy has a video on this and I went and watched. She's just so good at like, telling you how to do it and what supplies to get and I don't know. She's very user friendly, I guess,
She
for
is. She's a great teacher. She really is.
Yes, yes, very good teacher.
And I also have my board here because all of the folk designs are created to fit on this folk paddle from Chantel's 141. And so Sarah and I have been using these for all of the seasons. So we have stitched spring, summer, and fall. So winter is the last one in the series that we're stitching. And we use this
Yes.
folk paddle from Chantel's 141. We've got magnets on the back and we put magnets on the back of our stitching. And it's just really easy to pop on and pull off and switch out for the seasons. So if you're going to stitch the folk series, I would highly recommend this board because it was designed specifically for these patterns. You can see the little quilt squares in here. Um, it's just such a beautiful display piece.
It is, and it's easy to finish, but then also it's so easy to swap them out.
Yes.
And if you are not hanging it, you could hang it because it has the little hole at the top. But if you like,
Mhm.
I just had mine kind of resting in a spot on a shelf, and I forgot that I had done this, but I had put the other seasons like behind it, and you can't even see it. So you could
That's
even
pretty
just
smart.
keep them there and just
Yeah,
swap them out with the season, So
that's
very
pretty
easy.
smart. And I
Yeah.
wanted to encourage you guys, like if you wanted to join us, this is a stitch at your own pace stitch along. So some people have a really small start. Our friend Allison is just about done with hers. She's like on
Yes.
fire with it.
Yes.
But there's no hard and fast, start and stop date. So if you wanted to join in, it is not too late. Just because we started does not mean that you can't join in with us. So please do. We would love to see your progress.
Yes, for sure. And then also, like, for example, our friend Paula, she hasn't stitched any of the other seasons, but she started because she, wanted to participate in this in the stitch along with us. So she started with winter. She's loving it. And
Oh,
she's
that's
killing
awesome.
it with, the specialty stitches. And so she's going to do the other seasons also, but she started with winter where we have done all the seasons. So it doesn't matter where you are. If you haven't started the series yet, that's okay. You can
Absolutely.
pick up whenever. Super informal.
Yes.
Yep.
All
So the
right.
next thing we have is a whip, and we have had this as a whip since April, and it
Mhm.
is Tom's Foolery by Hands Across the Sea. It's such a fun, colorful, whimsical pattern. And we got this as a PDF on the Hands Across the Sea website. It's super easy to download and get
And it
going.
was super easy to kit up because it had a DMC conversion.
Yes. So there are several colors, but we are using all of the DMC colors. And we did start this on April 1st. So we have a hashtag Foolery on Fools if you wanted to stitch this with us and use our hashtag. And of course, tag us too. So we'll see it. You
Yes.
ready to show?
Yes.
Okay, so this is one that we do a little bit differently. You can see that we have identical progress on this because I'm going completely out of my norm on this. And Sarah did too, because look at her border. Okay. So
I got the border done.
yeah. So I think I forced it. I for, but it's done. Okay.
It's
But
done.
yeah, so what we've been doing on this is just kind of setting little goals and adding a little bit here and there. And so this last time we added some of these animals up here. And mine is on an 18 count fiber on a whim cream and sugar with all that DMC in one strand. What about yours?
Mine is 40 count lightning by Needle Bling and one strand. So all
Beautiful.
DMC. It's turning out so cute.
I love it. It is so cute. Yeah, we'll have to figure out what we're going to do next. Although
Yes.
we may not want to put a goal on this one for next time. We may be just excited to get started with Christmas stitching. I don't know.
I know. I feel like full on Christmas stitching is about to be happening up
Oh
in here.
yeah, we are right on the verge. We've actually
Tom's
both.
Foolery might have to take a little break.
I know. We've been kind of like Christmas, fall. We're like in that
Yes, we're on the
little,
cusp.
yes. But it's very, very close that it's going to be all Christmas.
Yeah, it's creeping up on me here. Once Thanksgiving is over, forget it.
Yeah.
Okay, our next one is another one that we have been working on. I think we probably started it around the same time that we started Tom's Foolery, if I'm not mistaken. Um, it is called Sarah's Sewing Bag by Stacy Nash. There you go. I love that. You showed the back, I
Yeah.
showed the front. So
Mhm.
it's all stitched on one piece of fabric, and then you sew that piece of fabric together. This part here is the flap that's going to fold over the back there, on the back there, and so it's so pretty. I love it.
Me too.
I have to say, this is probably my favorite, one of my favorites, if not my favorite stitch that I have in my whip rotation, and I got a lot of whips. So
I feel the same. I love it so much.
it's just like this one is just comfort stitching for me. The colors, the
Colors, yeah. The
motifs. Yeah.
fabric, yeah. Yeah. And it's special because it's ours, like it's
Yeah.
our sewing bag. All
You
right,
ready
you
to
ready?
show?
Hmm.
Okay, here we are. There is our Sarah sewing bag. We are so close to a finish. Look at that. So pretty.
It
So
is.
I'm stitching mine on a 40 count salt bush by Fox and Rabbit. And Sarah and I are both using a lot of the called for colors, but then we'd also done like a conversion because this was one of those ones where we decided on a whim, let's buy the PDF, let's stitch this, let's start it like now. And so we pulled what we had from Stash and we substituted with some DMC, and it's looking great. What about yours?
And I have to say, I love stitches like that, where it's just like hey, let's do this. But I also love to plan too, to like talk about it, like what fabric and all this. But it is so fun to just pull from Stash and get going. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun. So mine is done on an 18 count LFA linens Ada in the color Millstone.
It's so
It was
pretty. Our fabric colors are pretty similar, I feel like.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I had gotten this. I was in their fabric club and I had gotten this as part of the club when, before it came, like was released. And it's one of my favorite colors. I just love it so much. And so
And
I knew,
our colors look great on both.
I know. Ooh,
So
it's
all
so
we
pretty.
have left then is to stitch the back here. So we've done this border around the edge. That's that border we have there. And then we just have to do these two like flower pots, and there's like two hearts over here and this little motif, and then we're done.
I know that's like two times of stitching probably, if not one.
Probably, yeah.
Hmm.
I'm excited about the finish. I've never finished anything like that before, but I'm also quite intimidated by it.
Oh
I
no.
consider myself to be a very novice stitcher. So it's going to be a challenge for me, but I'm up for the challenge.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be bad at all. Okay.
All right.
Next, let's see. We have another Stacy Nash.
Lots of
And
Stacy
this,
Nash going on here.
yeah, see, that's why I said it at the beginning. I'm so glad you stopped me. I wonder how many times I've done that on my channel by myself. And because I feel like I've done that a lot, like said the wrong thing.
But you would catch it because you actually go back and watch your videos. I don't watch my videos back, so I possibly have done it and I will never know.
I don't remember you doing it, but
Well, that's good.
oh, I
Um,
have let me show you the chart for this one.
and I have it
Let's,
too.
oh, okay. Well, you go ahead and show them.
Okay,
Let's see.
there it is. It's Jack's House Pin Keep by Stacy Nash.
Yep. Very cute.
And
All
now
right.
you had started this with a friend of yours, right? And I kind of
Yes.
copied.
Yes. I had actually I had sent it to her for her birthday and like kitted it up. And so we had the same fabric, floss, everything because, I had sent it to her for her birthday and we started it together. You ready to show?
Yes, let's do
Okay. And then you liked it and you were like, I want to do it too. And the good
it.
thing about Stacy Nash, like you can get the PDFs usually. And so those are, if you just decide like, hey, I want to stitch one, you can just download it real quick. So yeah, so I had
Absolutely.
finished mine and yours is still a wet, but that's okay. And mine is on an 18 count fiber on a whim. I'm sorry, picture this plus shale.
And mine, I don't know what the fabric is. It was a remnant in my stash. I had started something else on it and UFO'd it and didn't bother to like mark down what the fabric was. I'm pretty sure it's a 40 count. And I'm stitching with it. So it calls for three colors, and I'm stitching with the three colors that it calls for. They're all Gentle Arts, but then I decided I wanted a green too. And so I pulled this Roxy floss in the color spinach and added that to my color palette. And I really like it.
Yeah, that looks really good. I like that change a lot. Yeah, and I failed to mention mine is all the called for colors. So what
Oh.
you have minus the green. So mine's just all in brown.
So I'm trying to decide like if I want to get a finish before the fall is over or if this is going to go away for to be finished for next year. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Or, even if you put it away, if the mood hits you like in the middle of the year and then you wanted to get it done so that you could have it to fully finish before fall,
That's true.
you could do that too. Okay. Oh, I am excited about this next one.
Yes. Okay. So this next one was a previous birthday start of mine. I believe I started this one in 2022 and it's just been lingering. I don't know why, because I love this pattern. It is Night Walk Down by the Blue Flower, one of my favorite patterns of all time. And yeah, it's just kind of been languishing in my whip pile. And I had decided this year on my birthday was in October. I was like, I am not starting anything new because I have previous birthday finishes that I've never finished. And so I was like, I'm just going to work on my birthday starts and not start anything new. And Sarah was like, well, I'll start that one with you. And she did. And do you want to show?
Yep.
And here we are. As you can see, she's working on that border. Me,
Of
not so much.
course. Of course I am.
It looks
Oh,
amazing. You'll be glad to have that done. I need to work on mine a little more. But mine is on this amazing fabric. I love this fabric so much. It is from Fabrics by Stephanie. It is called Jamie's Kilt, and it's got all these purples and greens. It's so gorgeous. And there's my start. I'm using mostly the call for colors. There's my little thread catcher thing. And I think I subbed a couple of colors, but it's pretty true to what's called for. So that's my start.
it's beautiful.
Thank you.
So mine is on an 18 count. Picture this plus in the color Sprite. I'm sorry. We need to get Bella a treat. She's being real loud today. Yeah, so mine's on this color called Sprite. And so I feel like it doesn't pick up super good. Let me hold something white next to it because there you can really see how
Yeah.
purple it is now. And I mean, Sprite is the perfect little name for this. I love it. So, and the design is so whimsical. I think that it looks, you know, it'll look great on that color. So I'm literally pulling colors as I go. So I cannot tell you what it's going to end up being. I am taking your idea of changing my peacock to a peacock color instead of white because it's just not, I just don't think it's going to show on here. I mean, you see there's like white in the middle of that. You're not going to see it good. So I think I
I
have
can't
found the color.
I can't wait to see the floss you pick. I know you had sent me a
Mm,
choice that you were thinking of, so I can't wait to
yeah,
see how that's going
I
to look.
think that one for sure. Yeah. That's in my cart. I just need to check out because I was thinking of all the other things I might need to add to my cart. So
Of
yeah, I love
course.
this stitch. I love the flowers. It's so pretty.
I know I want to work on it, but I feel like it might have to wait till after the holidays. I'm like
I
full on
know.
ready for some holiday stitching.
Oh, same. I know. Okay, so speaking of finishing up some fall stitching,
Yes.
our next stitch that we have going is a Blackbird Designs, and it's called Away We Ride. Oh, it's so cool.
I love it.
The dark border just has me. Like, I just love it so much. So, I think we kind of figured that we probably have a similar amount of stitching left on this. So I was working on it a little this morning. You worked on it yesterday. I think we may try. Are we gonna maybe? We'll
We're gonna
see.
try.
Yeah. You ready to ship?
Yes.
All right. So here's our progress.
Oh, it looks so good.
Of course. What do you have left, Sarah, on yours?
Stop. The border. Okay, it's the border.
Yep. Yep.
I'm
Maybe
on the
we
struggle
just need.
bus.
So her whole inside is done except for the border. My inside is done except for, because remember this morning I was telling you I had like everything that was done down here. I finished that this morning, the birds and everything. So now I just have the words that are in the top. And then my border is pretty much complete from like here to here. So I just need to finish that out. So I think we probably have about the same amount of stitching,
I think
maybe.
I've got a little more than you.
Oh, to go.
Those words go pretty fast. So
Well, I was trying to be encouraging and like sugarcoat it a little bit.
I'm not blind, okay?
Oh
Yeah, I
my,
got the border left to do.
yeah. But you're working on it.
I'm working on it. It's coming along.
I think it's a fun border. Do you like it as far as borders go? Do you like it?
I don't like stitching borders, so
Never,
no.
never, nothing.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay.
I don't like the repetitive. It's not for me. I like coming in here and
Oh,
seeing all the things come up, all the motifs start to
yeah.
materialize. I hate a border. I
Oh
love
my
how it
goodness.
looks. I don't want to stitch it.
Yeah.
Can I just send mine to you?
I guess we can just swap.
I know you love stitching on 40 count fabric.
Oh, now that I can't do. And you will not want that result. You'll be like, does she even know how to cross stitch? You don't
I don't
want
know.
it.
It might be worth it to have somebody else stitch the border for me. Any takers out there? Let me know. Just
Oh my
kidding. I will do
gosh.
it. I'll do
Yeah,
it.
you're going to do it.
So, what are your
Um,
details?
So I am using an 18, yeah, 18 count Seraphim in Old Stationery, and all of the called for, I believe. Um, I think it is all the called for. This was the one that I had run out of Garden Gate on, and I was able to find some so I can finish it. But yeah, one strand.
And mine is, so this was a restart for me. I had originally started it on like a 32 count murky by Picture This Plus. I didn't like it. And during that time of stitching it, I had transferred over to a higher count so I could use one strand. And so this was a restart for me a couple of years ago. This is on Ancient by Picture This Plus. I am using all the called for colors with the exception of I switched out Garden Gate because I couldn't find Garden Gate at the time. I switched that out to, just checking here. I know it's Bark. It's Bark by Weeks Dye Works. So all the places where you used Garden Gate, so like in the bird's wings and
Mhm.
in the border, I used Bark instead. I think it's a little darker than your Garden Gate, but I think it works. So
It
there's no going back now.
does. Yeah, I like how your border looks dark. I love it. It's
So,
good.
yep.
Yep.
Hopefully the next time we see you guys, we'll have a finish maybe.
Hopefully. Don't
Yeah.
hold us to it, but maybe we'll try.
We'll try. I think we can do it. It's within reach. It
It
has been a
is.
little harder for me to pick it up just because I would consider that to be like a Halloween stitch.
Yeah.
Um, but knowing that I'm so close to a finish keeps me motivated to keep wanting to keep working on it.
Yeah.
So we have one more stitch to show you.
Yes.
And this one is Christmas. So we haven't been able to fully resist the Christmas urge.
Yeah.
We are working on Santa Stops Here
Yep.
by Brenda Gervais, not Stacy Nash.
Right. Oh gosh.
They're both very primitive looking. It's an honest mistake for sure.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's see it. Oh my gosh, you're so close.
I am close.
Are.
I just have like the red in the border, and then there's red over here, like Santa. There's some little red on the trees and stuff, candy canes. Did you notice that one bird, the one that's like up here, has a candy cane in its mouth and it's over one, but the one down below, I don't think it's over one. I'm pretty sure it's not. I think I'm gonna leave off the one that's over one, like at the top, and just not have a candy cane in his mouth.
I think I'm gonna copy you.
Okay.
I don't love over one stitching. That birds shouldn't be eating candy canes anyways. So I mean,
That's right.
I
Which I
like that
think that
idea.
I feel like the one though that's on the bottom. Hold on, where is mine? Is the one on the bottom, maybe we can say that he's like taking the candy cane to the snowman. Because
Well,
isn't
the
he?
one on the bottom, he doesn't have a candy cane. He's standing on a candy cane.
Oh, that's right.
So
For
I
some
think if the one on the bottom
reason.
doesn't have a candy cane, I think the one on the
Okay.
top shouldn't either.
You're
That's
right.
my
Okay.
personal opinion.
Yeah, we're not doing it then. Yep, forget it.
Yeah, sounds
So
good.
yeah, I'd have the red left, and then I have one more color in the house. Oh, and on this, the wreath actually has little beads on it. So we're gonna do those.
Yes.
And yeah, so your house looks really good.
Thank
Oh, I
you.
loved how you do like in the panels of the door, you have those satin stitches. I thought that
Yes.
looked really good.
Yeah, that
This
adds a little
looks
dimension
good.
to it. And when you put the
Mm-hmm.
beads on it, it's gonna really be cute. I like
Mm-hmm.
those little details. So mine, I'm stitching on a 40 count. I'm pretty sure this is Rustic Drab by XJudesign. Not 1,000% positive, but I think so.
Yeah.
I did not have any notes on this, but I think that's what it is. And I'm using all the called for colors, with the exception of Santa's outfit is called for in, I want to say Classic Colorworks Licorice Red. My licorice red was pink.
Mm.
I didn't want Santa to have a pink coat and hat. So I just pulled a Roxy floss from Stash. Oh, there it is. And
Ooh,
it's the
yeah.
color Lollipop. And that's what I'm stitching his outfit in. And I think it'll work. I think it's
Yeah.
going to go well with the rest of this color palette. So
Yes.
I
So
think that's going to
good.
work for me.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
And you can see I
Actually,
am working on the border a little bit.
you are. You are. I like it.
I'm
Um,
trying.
so not only did I do my border, but I did the mortar first, then I did the border, I think, and then I did the snow. So I did all of the kind of not as fun things first, and then I got to do the fun.
Yeah, you're one of those stitchers who eats her vegetables first.
Yeah.
I'm the one who's avoiding the vegetables like the plague
But in
until
the
my
end,
mom makes me eat them.
I guess I'm the mom.
Right.
Um, but in the end, we get it all done. I mean, it all gets done in the end, so
For
it'll
sure.
be okay. But yeah, mine is on an 18 count picture this plus in the color Velt, and I am obsessed with it for this. It's got a lot of green in it, so I just thought once I get that red on there, you can
Mm,
kind of see like the red. It's gonna look so good, I think.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Love it.
me
So
too.
I'm not trying to set big expectations, but maybe that could be a finish by the next time we film. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine will be because I have
Yours
been
will be for
working on
sure.
this so hard. Like, I don't know. I just get sometimes I do that. I get like so obsessed with one and I just don't want to put it down. And that has been that for me. Um,
Well, and the fact that you're stitching it and our friend Lori is stitching it.
mhm.
Um, so you guys getting it out and starting it. I can't remember if our friend Emily's stitching it, but you guys stitching on it prompted me to get mine out because I started mine 2 years ago and I had that house pretty much all done. But after doing all of those bricks And,
Yeah.
the house is like all browns. I lost my momentum. I was like, I don't want to stitch any more brown. And I put it away. I don't even know that I touched it last year. I don't even think I did.
Gosh.
So having friends who are working on it really motivated me to get it back out and do some work on it. So thank you.
Yeah, that's fun. That is, I
Yeah.
love that so much. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's all, right?
Yeah, I think
And
so.
all the things. I mean, that was a pretty good list of stuff. So we've been working
Yeah.
on a lot of things.
Yeah.
So this is where we will leave you guys. Like Sarah said, we hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and hope you enjoy your time with your friends and your family. One thing I don't know that we mentioned is that Sarah and I have a hashtag that we use for everything we stitch together. Our hashtag is Stitching with the Sarahs, just like the title of our videos. And we would love for you to use our hashtag. It's not, you don't have to be a Sarah to stitch with us. So if you're stitching anything that we're stitching, please use our hashtag. Please tag us, whether it's a stitch along or not. We love to see people stitching with us, just like it motivates me for my friends to stitch things that I'm working on. I hope maybe we'll motivate you to pull out some things. Maybe you saw some things in what we just showed you that you're like, I want to start that, or I have that as a whip, let me pull that out and work with you. So definitely feel free to use our hashtag. And as Sarah mentioned at the top of the video, we would love for you to check out our channels. So like she said, we post this video on both channels. But definitely go check out Sarah's channel, Handmade by Sarah W, and my channel, Sarah's Stitchery. We would love for you to subscribe and like our videos, leave us a comment, and we just like that interaction with all of you. Um, so yeah, I think that's about it. So we'll say goodbye and we'll see you guys soon.
Yep.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.